Are you looking for a podcast about the cutest little toucan this side of the jungle?
Then you must be thinking of another podcast.
Oh! Good evening, Kelsey.
Good evening, Robert.
How are you?
I am wonderful.
You are
my
wonderful.
Brand new internet that I got.
What? What do you mean you got new internet?
Well, I guess it's not a new internet. It's the same internet, but revamped. So my fucking alleyway is built on like a natural spring. So there's this huge, essentially sinkhole underneath my alley that I have to drive over. And it continues to just like crumble into disrepair, and they come and they fill it up with asphalt and it packs down, and then the cycle repeats itself. But so the internet cable that laid underneath there, I guess when they tore it up last, they were like, we're gonna tear out this internet cable also, and fucked all that shit up. So
wait a minute, was this when you lost your internet for like the day?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. So
you didn't know you was getting an update, I guess.
Can you call it an update?
Well, I don't know. You said it was revamped.
Okay, so they came in and they like, put new internet in, and they were like, what if we told you could get a couple of cell phones for real cheap? So AT&T has switched us over now. We have gone to the dark side. We were on T-Mobile for the longest time, but
I'm on AT&T, so
yeah.
Yeah.
They swiped us over, and I have officially become a child of the Samsung S20 Plus.
Dude, okay. You want to know? Do you want to know something?
Okay.
I was going to ask you if you had one.
Why?
Because we were texting the other day, and Samsung phones can see when each other's texting and when they're delivered and read.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw you writing to me, and I was like, I gotta ask her if Google phones do this, because that's new.
Yeah.
That's funny. I was gonna ask you.
I'm glad you didn't. I would have been
that's
like,
amazing. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so you got a 20.
Yes.
Okay. Normal plus ultra?
Plus.
Okay.
So my initial thoughts, the screen is
Hang on. I gotta crack this so I can just like sit in wonder and listen.
Yeah, let's enjoy this. All right. So the screen itself, I feel like there are more colors in it than there were in the Pixel. So I had a Pixel 3 XL, and I've upgraded now to the Samsung S20 Plus. I don't know any of the specs on either of these. I'm just going to tell you like my feelings and my soul. So I feel like
I'm going to look up the question that I have in my mind, and so basically you tell me the things and I'll tell you why they are that way.
Okay. So the colors I feel like are really sharp and vibrant. Like things are clearer now. It's like before I hadn't cleaned my glasses in a while, and now I'm like crystal clear,
Google phones didn't really have an OLED screen, but these ones do. That's why the colors are just like, wow!
Okay. All right. Science.
But they're more susceptible to burn-in, and I've only had this one since January, and I'm already seeing mild burn-in.
Oh, no! Okay, so I'll be aware of that.
But very careful. And I've even been keeping, like the brightness down super low.
Man, I just want to crank this brightness up because it's so pretty. Those
I
colors.
Know, but damn it, you're going to burn it in.
I know. Yeah, so it's very colorful and sharp and crisp and wonderful. The camera, it stacks up. I'm going to tell you that because like that, I've said it before, I'll say it again. That's my most important feature in a phone. It has to have a solid ass camera. I have to be getting good photo quality out of it. And I'm taking, I think, better photos on this than I was in the Pixel for sure.
I would only say that because it's just a newer phone, probably, than your old one. But also, question then, because I started messing with this the other day, thinking like, maybe this is why Kelsey's so about the camera. Do you use the Pro mode and like change the aperture and the shutter speed and all that stuff? Or do you just like tap your cat's face, it auto focuses, and you take a picture?
Yeah, I just point and shoot.
Okay, because I was like, maybe she's right. Maybe I'm not getting the best picture. So I started trying to take a picture of toast with the pro thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe this is how Kelsey does it, because the picture's better, but this is a lot of work, and I don't want to do this.
No, my cats don't sit still long enough for that.
Okay, cool. Okay, so even just point and shoot, it's taken good pictures for Kelsey standards.
Yes.
Okay, good. That makes me feel good.
Yes. As far as, like, the feel of the phone, so this makes me so nervous because, so I have the new phone now, and I had to order a case online, and it's not going to arrive for, like, a while. So I just have this, like, bare, slippery phone. And can you tell me, like, why in the world, when they were making phones, when they were making these tiny $1,100 computers, why did they decide, let's make it out of, like, wet glass? Like, why did they go with that decision?
I guess because it's easier to move your finger over the screen and people like that.
But, like, the back of the phone?
Well, okay, so I will say, I had a case waiting the day that I got this phone, so I almost never held it normal.
It's like, you know those tubes, they're like full of blue liquid and glitter and like little fish sparkles?
Yeah.
And you like shake them and they just kind of like it looks like a butthole but blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like holding one of those. I'm just scared at all times I'm gonna drop it.
What color's your phone?
I wanted the blue one so bad, but they were out of the blue one, so I got the black one.
Okay, because I got the blue one.
Yeah, so the case I ordered is clear with sparkles, so it's going to look like a galaxy. It's going to be so pretty.
Cool. Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm excited too. But yeah, holding the phone, it's thinner and taller and has less heft to it, so it doesn't feel as meaty as holding a Pixel.
I will say, I mean, I've heard that people like to hold the Pixel because it has that more heft.
Yeah,
so they feel like they're holding it.
Yes, it's got a good weight behind it.
Yeah, but I think once you put a case on this, it'll probably feel pretty good.
I hope so.
Did you get a screen protector?
No.
Okay. It comes with a glass one pre-installed on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you don't even need one.
Hell yeah.
I was going to say, if you've already put one on, now you have two.
Okay.
So, we wanted to switch to glass ones, because we've always done, like, the plastic ones.
Yeah.
And Stu, so Big Beef Stu, was like, I hate those, because when you rub your finger on them, sometimes it'll, like, stutter, because, like, your finger catches.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, so he's like, I like the glass ones, because it's so smooth, right?
Yeah.
Well, this one has it pre-installed. Yeah, dude, it's so smooth. Right?
It is very smooth.
Well, over 4th of July weekend, I put my phone on the nightstand. I went to my parents', right?
Uh-huh.
And I took Toast with me so he wouldn't be alone. I put it on the nightstand, and I think in the night he tried to walk on the nightstand.
Oh, no.
And slipped and fell. Because there's like a giant line all across my phone screen now.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, this was the pre-installed glass. I didn't have to do it myself, and you fucked it up, boy. I'm so mad, but I'm not going to change it. Because the glass ones are hard to put on.
Yeah, I can feel at the edge of it, like, where the thing stops, and now I'm, like, trying to peel it up, and I'm not.
No, don't do it.
I know.
If you look where the little cutout is at the top of the screen,
you can
see, you can see where the case or where the cover kind of stops and has the circle around that.
Yeah.
That's how I knew there was one on it for the first time. And I was like, is there a thing on here? They were like, yeah, they already come pre-installed. I was like, fuck yes.
Man,
this
one
is
thing
great.
I fucking keep doing, though, I keep looking for the fingerprint sensor on the back where the Pixel had it, so I'm just, like, molesting my camera and just, like, what is happening?
Well, I mean, these used to have it on the back, too.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, that's where you just intuitively put your finger to unlock your phone, but I guess this, like, ultrasonic one in the middle of the screen there, it's a good place to have it also.
So you do the fingerprint one?
Yes.
Okay. Can you do your thumb?
You can do as many fingerprints as you want, so I've got my left and right thumbs and my pointer finger.
Okay. I mean, I don't have mine locked because, I don't have anything on it that I really care about. I use it to watch YouTube, so... What are they gonna get? They want your phone number? Okay. But you'll just block them.
Aren't you, like, logged into shit?
I mean, not really.
You weirdo.
Nothing that, like, doesn't require an additional login.
Okay.
Like, like, I can't just, like, click Wells Fargo and it, like, go to my bank account. I still have to, like, log in, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, they can get on my TikTok. Maybe they can make some for me. That's fine. They can look at the pictures on my, like, not, like, I don't really do money things on my phone.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have PayPal on here. Well, like, I don't do, like, Samsung Pay and stuff.
Yeah, I
I'm not about that.
Samsung Pay. I mean, I guess it came on the phone, so I opened it, and it was like, do you want to sign up? And I was like, I guess. So I did. But I don't foresee myself using it. I never used Google Pay.
I mean, I know that people love it.
I mean, my credit card info is easy enough to just enter. I don't know. PayPal, credit cards. I'm old-fashioned, maybe.
I've told so many people, like, your smartphone can do so much shit, right?
Yeah.
I probably use 1% to 2% of what this phone can do.
I know. Like, sometimes I'll open the settings and be like, what am I missing in here, you know? Like, what other items am I... What secrets hide within my phone?
Yeah. Like, there's so much that it can do. Like, you can use so many apps to do... Like, I kind of wanted to look at... There's this one now that kind of, like, keeps up with your spending, and you can just, like, click cancel Spotify, and it just does it for you without you having to go to the website and do stuff.
Oh, man. That... I just felt like a wave of endorphins go over me.
like it's this whole app designed to show what you're spending and what services you're getting, and then when you go, I don't want it, you can just say cancel, and the app does it for you to budget your spending and stuff.
Yeah, that must be nice.
Like, that sounds great. But then I'm like, then I probably gotta, like, install this, then it probably wants a security thing, and I don't want to deal with it, so I just don't have the things that need me to have security, you know?
Yeah.
So you know what? I'll just go with that. It's fine. But I guess if I did a thumbprint, like that's how I unlock my phone now. I have to swipe up, so I have the swipe one, you know?
Wait, is that, what? Like, it reads your thumbprint as you swipe it?
No.
Oh, you just, like, swipe it up and it unlocks it?
Yeah, so, I mean, like, when you, like, hit the side button, it's at the lock screen, and then you just swipe it, and then it's unlocked, right?
Yeah.
I'm still using my thumb, so I guess technically I could reduce the motions, and instead of swiping, just touch my thumb to it.
It's so easy.
So maybe I can look into doing that.
This is how people become old. They stop caring about new features of technology. We have to stay in the know. We have to put our thumbprints in things.
Well, no. I've done the fingerprint. I've done the iris one, right?
Yeah.
And I hate it. And I'm like, it takes too long to open the phone. I'd rather just swipe it. It's fine.
I don't like the iris one because then you have to, like, mean mug your phone every time you want to open it.
That's true. Like, well, so when I went to the UK, I had to have security on my phone because I had an app to track my expenses through work.
Yeah.
And it required that you lock your phone in some security way, right? So I had it locked in, and it was always such a fucking hassle. It was always a problem. So I was like, you know what? As soon as I don't need it anymore, back to the no thing.
Yeah. Well.
But since the fingerprint's not on the back, and it's how I'm already going to hold it, if I could just touch, that might be nice.
It might be nice.
So maybe I'll try it.
You should try it.
I will report next time after a week of using my thumb if I care.
Okay.
Okay.
So what have you been up to?
Oh, wait a minute.
Shit. Oh my god.
The biggest one.
What?
Do you use the 120 hertz refresh rate thing on it?
I have no idea.
Okay. I'll probably trim some of this, but I need you to turn this on in the features and see what you think.
All right. Let me unlock it with my beautiful fingerprint.
Okay. Do you know what resolution your phone's in?
No.
Kelsey?
Why would I know these things?
Because I want you to have the best looking picture, man. Okay. So I'm in settings. Settings. Go to display. Right? So under adaptive brightness, it says motion smoothness.
Yes, I'm on the standard refresh, which is 60 hertz.
60 hertz. Okay. If you click that, it does a little preview of what it looks like between the two.
I'm going to tell you right now, this preview is, like, identical to me.
I don't know how to respond to that. That hurts my feelings. Okay. Oh, my God. No. You're going to try it, and we're going to see what you think.
Okay.
Is the high refresh rate grayed out?
No.
Okay, click it.
Okay.
Click it and apply. And just kind of, like, scroll through your phone, like swipe up to go to the app, scroll through some pages and see what you think.
Okay. All right.
Because, like, in practice, it might mean a bit more to you.
I can see where this would be nice, but at the same time, like, nah.
You don't like it?
No, like, it doesn't make enough of a difference to me to be impactful.
Man. Well, so it's more designed for if you're going to play, like, games on your phone.
Yeah, I can see that, like, if I was playing that Temple Runner or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, it'd probably be great on that shit.
Yeah, fucking fast.
All right, so go back, turn that back to the 60, right?
Okay.
So, first of all, the 120 hertz uses up way more battery.
Yeah, I would imagine.
I mean, it is crazy how much it drains it.
I've kind of just, like, trained my brain to not focus when I'm scrolling, which is bad now that I'm thinking about it, you know?
That is bad, because then you'd really notice the 120 hertz refreshness.
Yeah, my eyes just kind of, like, go blurry when I scroll anyway.
Oh, that's sad. Well, anyway, so you put it back to 60, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, scroll down a little bit more before. So there's blue light filter, screen mode. Down there it says screen resolution. That tells me that you were on the 1080p one.
It's 2400 by 1080.
Yeah. Bump that one up to 3200 by 1440.
That's so much.
That's so many pixels in your phone. And now, if you watch YouTube, you can go to 2K and watch those in that resolution. You can't watch 4K ones, but it still looks a little better.
Does it use more battery life?
Not really. Because it's just like resolution, whereas the other one's like how many times this thing is actually sitting there refreshing.
Will it give me better photos?
Probably. Well, the photos are probably the same, but you're going to be able to see more detail in them now because the screen is able to show it to you. The picture's already taken in a bigger screen size than that even.
Okay.
It's just you're looking at it on a 1080p screen, but now if you do the 1440, you'll go, oh, there's more whiskers in that picture than I remember. But the picture already has that data. Now you can actually just look at it. You know what I mean?
I'm so confused. I'm like, okay, so there's a feature. I just opened my camera on accident because I'm a dinosaur. And take selfies easily. Hold up your palm where the camera can see it to automatically take a selfie.
Oh my god, I hated that thing. I was like, I'm never going to use this. Close.
Why would I ever want a picture where I'm just like, here's my hand. Hi.
Well, you remember the TikToks where like the people do the hand gesture and then it takes a picture like a second later? I think it's more like that. Like, you can just go like, hi, and then do the like pose you want, and then your hand's gone.
Oh, so you can like flash your hand and then put it away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not saying, hey, let's take pictures of our palms together. Not like that.
Okay.
But I don't think I've ever used that, because I don't take pictures of anything, so why would I take a picture of myself?
Yeah.
Yeah, that just doesn't happen.
I'm going to send you this very stupid selfie that I just took using my hand.
Okay.
This is what we do with our time these days.
So, is that like the last big thing about your phone?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I'm liking it so far. It's a very.
I'm glad.
It's a good phone. I'm enjoying it.
You're so happy. Hey, this is my hand.
This is my hand. Hello. I'm using technology.
See, you needed this technology when we had to get our Instagram turned back on.
You're
remember?
So right.
We needed one hand in the photo.
That was a fucking bizarre request. Show me your hands. Show me your Instagram name.
Oh, man.
Show me your face.
Dude, I'm excited. That's so cool. I know you were so pixel for life, but I know that each phone does have a strength that other ones don't.
Yeah, this is true.
So,
and with
I can't ever...
I can take a picture with my hand.
Yeah. I can't ever, like, shit on somebody unless they're Apple. That's easy to do. But, well, cool. I hope that you find some more about it. I'll see if I can think of any cool things that I do with it.
Okay.
Man, that was a good announcement. I like that.
I'm happy you're happy.
So you asked what I had going on. Not much. Not too much. I'm about to start The Last of Us Part 2. I actually got a text from Ferdin the other day when he started it, and he was like, oh, I just started it. And I was like, what do you think? He goes, "It's pretty."
That's what I hear. Like, that's the big thing that people are saying is like, wow, this game's pretty.
It's really, really clean. Does that make sense? Like, it just looks so clean.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's really trying to render the things that are on there. It's just like they are there.
Yeah.
It's a very clean image.
I heard one reviewer say, like, there's a scene where a character takes off their shirt and the motion is just incredibly seamless and smooth and natural.
I don't know if I've seen that part, but
I just think that's a big achievement for video games in general because, I mean, normally if somebody were to take off their shirt in a video game, like, their head would clip through the shirt or something, you know?
Probably, yeah.
But this apparently
so I guess that's what I mean. Like, you don't really see stuff like that.
Yeah, there's no, like, half of a plant is coming out of a wall or something.
Can I tell you one thing from... So, I still haven't played any since the last time I talked to you.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I did. I played a little bit more. Like, we got past a little bit of the big bad. Because Taylor was like, I want to see some more before I leave, right?
Yeah.
Can I tell you one thing that I was like, holy shit, this game is for me?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, at some point, Joel has taught Ellie to play the guitar.
Uh-huh.
Right? So she can play the guitar, and you're kind of like roaming around this area pretty early in the game, right?
Yeah.
And you're going through like this abandoned house, and you find a guitar laying there. And Ellie sings an acoustic version of Take On Me.
Oh.
And it is the greatest thing ever. I was just sitting there like, this is perfect. It's a perfect game. I could stop here. It's great. Like, the greatest song sung in the cleanest looking game ever. Perfect. Good to go.
All right. Beautiful.
It was really cool. Like, I've watched that scene several times because I just like the way she does it. She does it really slow and more somber. It's not very, like, peppy.
Yeah.
But it's just really good.
Nice.
So, pretty soon, I'm going to get back into that, and I'm going to crank it out, hopefully before the next time we record.
Oh, really? Before the next...
I don't know.
Okay.
We will have to see.
All right.
But other than that, that's pretty much all I got going on.
I've been watching a new TV show on Netflix.
Okay.
It's called Trigger Warning with Killer Mike.
Okay.
Have you heard of him?
No, I have not.
So he's a rapper and also an activist. He's one half of the duo Run the Jewels. Do you know them?
No.
Well. They're good.
Well.
They're good.
Okay.
So Trigger Warning is basically, it's kind of a satire, but it's also, he really pushes the boundaries on some shit. So he does different episodes on social issues, and it's mostly issues that are affecting like the Black community. So it's like drugs, gang, religion, poverty, stuff like that. One of my favorite episodes, it's only 6 episodes long, so it's very short and easy to binge.
Are they like an hour, 30 minutes?
I think they were an hour, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
But yeah, they're on Netflix. So this one's called White Gang Privilege.
Okay.
And it's basically, so it starts out with him talking about Hell's Angels, which is the big biker gang. They have merchandise. Hell's Angels are everywhere, especially here in Texas. And people see them kind of in a positive light. When you think of Hell's Angels, you think, oh, they help children and women, right?
That's what I mean, as soon as you said them, I was like, aren't those the guys that help out kids and stuff?
Those are the good guys, right?
I mean, for kids, probably.
Probably. I don't know.
I don't know about, like, a standard guy. They'd be like, get the hell away from me.
Yeah, I can tell you that I know zero about Hell's Angels, other than they like motorcycles, and I think they help kids.
Yeah.
But, so Trigger, or what's his name? Mike, fucking Killer Mike, Trigger Mike, Jesus, goes into talking about how it would be a different view if the gang was primarily Black members. So, for example, the Crips and the Bloods.
Yeah.
So he gets together with some Crips that he knows, and he helps them develop their own product that they can market. Like the Hells Angels have, jackets and patches and gear and stuff. So he goes to the Crips and he's like, what do you guys want to make? And they're like, let's make a soda.
Okay.
So they make a soda, like, in their kitchen with 6 ingredients they just have in their cabinets. They fucking make an actual soda. And then it shows them, like, trying to go and sell it to different companies, and people are like, well, this is a gang, right? Like, we're not gonna sell your Crip soda. And then eventually the Bloods also get involved and develop their own rival soda. So it's a really good just look at America through the lens of black satire. I think it's hilarious and it's well done, and Killer Mike is so funny.
I mean, that kind of just makes me think of I mean, we know that I love him, but it just reminds me of like Chappelle's show back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, he would always take a spin from that black angle, you know, and like go, you know, here it is this way, but it wouldn't be the same, you know?
Exactly.
So I'm gonna have to watch this. That sounds good.
I think you would love it. It's hilarious. I hope they get a season 2. This apparently came out back in January 2019, but I'd never even heard of it. So,
jeez, okay. Well, I don't really watch many Netflix shows. I mean, I just watched Stranger Things, which is huge.
Yes.
So, you know, and Love, Death, and Robots. So I'm kind of behind on, you know, the Netflix game there.
Right.
But so, yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, get into it. This show really pushes the boundaries, and I know that in today's society, there's a lot of boundary pushing happening, and there's a lot of people that are stepping over the line, or people that have previously stepped over the line, but now we're just feeling brave enough as a society to confront them about it. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about cancel culture and how prevalent it is right now.
So me and Taylor have discussed cancel culture quite a bit. We're not huge fans of it.
Okay. I can agree with that.
But as with everything in the world, there's an extreme that you can take something to that anything can be bad.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think more often than not, cancel culture tends to go towards the extreme. I think that there's a way to do it that's more justified or makes more sense.
Yes.
But I think most times everything now is like, oh, I don't like that, cancel everything.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, so I have a couple examples that I would like to bring up about cancel culture where it has been, I don't want to say effective, so just different ways the community has dealt with it. So we all know and love the beautiful game of squares, Minecraft, right?
Most people, yes, they do.
Are you not into Minecraft?
I've never played it, and I have
oh my
no
god,
interest
dude!
in it.
Don't you love squares?
No.
Ugh.
I'm a triangle man.
Oh, fuck your triangles.
No, it's a like builder, and I'm not, I guess, that creative to build stuff like that, so I've just never played it.
Okay. Well, Minecraft is pretty darn popular. I think we can all agree.
I mean, it's huge.
However, it's created by a very problematic dude by the name of Marcus Persson. Most people know him as Notch. That's his internet handle, I guess. I don't know. But so he made this beautiful, popular, incredible game, and yet he calls feminism a social disease, and has just like a lot of really just problematic views. You know, he uses a lot of derogatory terms toward women and a lot of derogatory terms about the transgender community and just, you know, anybody of color or anybody who's on the LGBTQ spectrum.
Yeah.
It's just bad. So the internet has just been like, you know what? Notch actually didn't make Minecraft. So there was a meme. I don't remember when it originated, but when Notch started to get like really terrible, everyone was just like, it's funny how Minecraft just kind of came down from the heavens one day, completely made by God, and then it evolved into Hatsune Miku created Minecraft, which I love.
God.
Okay. But yeah, so that's an example, I think, of where cancel culture has been, I don't want to say successful, because I don't, like, the community as a whole has driven a wedge between Notch and Minecraft, and we can separate the creator from the product. Like Minecraft, we all know and love. Notch, everybody knows and hates.
Like, that's kind of a topic that me and Taylor have discussed as well.
Yeah.
What if somebody who is a horrible person creates a good product? Should you ban a good product just because the person that made it might be questionable? you know?
Right. Yeah. It's hard to say. It's like everything that comes out of Amazon, even though Jeff Bezos is a piece of shit.
You know, he still gets people packages that they need, or like, as of right now, you know, we're all stuck at home.
Yeah.
You can't really go get toilet paper in the store. He's supplying the world with toilet paper. It is a good deed. It's a good service.
It can be argued that Amazon is doing good work right now by bringing packages to people and not, like, perpetuating that people need to go outside. But also, on the other side of that terrible coin, everything shitty that Amazon does, like not paying their people, not providing appropriate, like, PPE for the workers actually in their factories.
Yeah.
It's all just bad.
So, I mean, we've kind of had... That's kind of like a separate topic to cancel culture.
Uh-huh.
But, you know, the whole... Can you justify using a product no matter how well-meaning and good it is with the person behind it being so bad? Because, effectively, you're supporting that person.
Right. It's like enjoying Kanye's music, but knowing that he's crazy. Like, bananas.
Did you hear that he's going to run for president?
I swear to God, if anybody that I know, if anybody on Earth, the whole of Earth, the entirety of Earth, if anybody writes down Kanye West for president 2020, I'm going to fucking find you. And I will hold your head into the bathtub. Just hold it down in there.
I have no idea what's going to happen for 2020 this year.
I don't even want to think about it because I feel like I'm going to throw up when I do.
But, I mean, that stuff's coming.
It's coming.
Okay, so what is really canceled with him?
I don't know. I mean, he's still one of the richest people in the world, and people are still going out and buying his music and stuff, but he's...
No, I mean, the Minecraft guy.
Oh, the Minecraft dude. Yeah. He has been, like, Microsoft bought Minecraft and scrubbed his name from the whole thing. Like, it used to be like, Minecraft by Notch. But now it's like, no, Minecraft. Just Minecraft.
Minecraft. The way it is.
Yeah. Okay. Microsoft officially was like, we don't want you anymore. It just, like, severed ties with him.
So, essentially, they just bought it. Now he's just screwed out of any money for it.
I mean, his net worth is $1.6 billion as of June 2019, so it's not like he's poor or anything.
Yeah, but he's not earning more from this product, though.
Yeah, right? I guess. I have no idea.
I mean, I would assume if they bought it, they were like, no, we're buying it out so that you are away from it.
Yeah,
now.
That's my thought.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's, J.K. Rowling, who created the beloved Harry Potter, the Bible of our generation, I guess. And, she's kind of a piece of shit with some real turfy views on women.
I haven't really heard a lot of those.
Oh, really?
No. I had kind of talked about how we were going to talk about this tonight.
Uh-huh.
And so Taylor had mentioned it, but I was like, I'm not really... Like, the last thing that I really remember being a thing with her was like, hey, Dumbledore's gay. You know what? Everyone's gay. Who knows? When they poop, it just, like, fades away in their wizard sleeves. We don't know.
Basically.
Like, that's pretty much the last thing that I remember coming out of her.
So she's had such hits as people that take antidepressants are lazy. People that... she's got a lot of really problematic views, like anti-trans rhetoric that I just don't want to get into because it makes me so mad, and I don't want to make people out listening to the podcast mad. But she is of the opinion that, like, unless you're born with a vagina, then you cannot be a woman, and women are women, and that's it. She's also into, what do you call it? Like, shit, what the fuck is it called? Like when you take a gay person and be like, you're not gay, you're just confused, and you need to be converted.
I don't really know what you call it, but you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, you call it bad. I mean...
Yeah.
She's just overall not a good person, and I think that we're getting very, very close to the, like, Hatsune Miku made Harry Potter day.
Yeah. So these are almost examples of cancel culture where it's like, the person is just consistently bad.
Yeah, and yet we consume their media.
Well, I mean, that kind of just goes back to, I mean, if your product is well-intentioned still, it's like, how do you differentiate it,
Yeah.
Because, like, Harry Potter is full of such good messages, positive things. It's just the person that wrote them down doesn't believe in that. You know,
going back and, like, reading some Harry Potter stuff as an adult, I'm like, It wasn't that good.
I mean, it's pretty good.
It's all right.
It's because of the wonder, man.
I guess.
Like,
I mean, it's good.
The, like, wonder of it is what's great.
It's good, like, young adult, novel-y kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I think that she should have written in better characters, like, your only Asian person doesn't need to be named Cho Chang.
Yeah.
She could have done better at a lot of turns, but, yeah, overall, I think cancel culture has yet to hit J.K. Rowling in a way that is meaningful, because she can still go out on Twitter and just be like, you know, her horrible self, and people are still going to buy Harry Potter day in, day out.
Yeah. I mean, so that's like cancel culture where it doesn't really change anything.
Yeah.
But then it can get to the point where it can just, like, take away everything from a person.
Yes.
But then I think that's different, because most of the time when that happens, it happens based on something somebody did in, like, a past life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
there's a lot of stuff recently where people are digging up, you know, quote-unquote receipts of stuff that people did back in the early 2000s or, like, 2010 or so. And...
like, do you remember James Gunn, the guy that made Guardians of the Galaxy?
Uh-huh.
And he got in trouble for some tweets that he did, like, 18 years prior.
What?
And so Disney fired him.
What?
You don't remember that?
No.
Oh, I was very mad about that. So yeah, in 2018, so like 2 years ago, some tweets were found from James Gunn, and Disney, like, just got rid of him. Instantly said, "Oh yeah, you're not making Guardians of the Galaxy 3. You're done. Bye."
Shit.
Disney is really, really hard with their image, though.
Yeah.
So that's not really even just like they didn't agree. It was like they protect their brand so close, they couldn't chance anything.
Right.
You know? I'm pretty sure they've even severed ties with Tim Allen because of stuff that he said.
Yeah, he's a rough one.
Yeah, but he's saying stuff like now.
Yeah.
I mean, I still love Tim Allen. He'll always be Tim the Toolman Taylor for me.
We'll always have the tool time.
Yeah, because I was going to say, that's probably just the product versus the man. Like,
yeah.
Tool time is great.
Like, we can appreciate early episodes of Roseanne, but the current Roseanne Barr out there, did you hear that she said Donald Trump, in her opinion, is the first woman president? What the fuck is she smoking, dude?
Does she give an explanation for this?
No, it was like a 30-second video in which she just, like, she opens the camera and she looks real teary-eyed and she's like, you know what? People have said things and they're going to keep saying things about me and about my thoughts. But my thought is, and then like a 15-second pause, and then she says that bullshit, and the video ends. And I'm like, what just happened?
Your rendition gave me goosebumps of fear, man. That sounds horrific to behold.
It was. I'm going to have to find the video and send it to you, because it was just the worst.
So, this is like one of them. So, oh wow, they actually have the tweets back up. They actually pulled all of these tweets so that, like, you couldn't even read them, like, on the sites that were, like, talking about the story.
Oh, wow.
It was, like, a big deal. So, in 2009 and 2010, he had some tweets that he put out, right?
Okay.
And so this is in 2018, so they are 8 to 9-year-old tweets, right?
Yeah.
Like 10-year-old tweets. And so people went and found them, reposted them today, or back then in 2018, and he got fired from his whole, like, job.
Yeah.
But that means somebody sat there and went, I'm just going to go look.
I know.
Through
like
10 years of tweets and find this.
Who goes digging like that? I just don't get it. Like, why? What kind of hatred fuels your body that you're like, I need to go out on the internet today and just hunt down malicious shit in people's Twitter feeds? I
think it's if you're that bored and have nothing else to do.
Maybe that's what's happening, is Corona is just making everybody so goddamn bored that they're out there hunting for anything.
This is old. This is from 2 years ago.
That's true, yeah.
You know? People have just been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
Man, what was the one? Kevin Hart.
Uh-huh.
He didn't host the Oscars because he knew that if he took that job, people would try to do this to him.
Yeah.
Because at the time, it was like anybody that was in a good position, people would go find something to tear him down with. Nobody was allowed to be in a good position.
Well, Kevin Hart had some, like, public shit that was happening to him at that time, too, right?
Well, yeah.
He and his wife were, like, going through it.
So, I will send these to you, and you can read them to see what you thought.
Okay.
I mean, I've told people before, I read them, and I laughed. I actually found them funny. And to take it back to kind of what you said about the show, trigger warning, right?
Yeah.
Trigger warnings pushing these boundaries because you know in about 10 years someone's going to say Killer Mike said this in this boundary pushing show, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to haunt him later, but that's the way comedy works. Comedy is all about pushing the boundary into a slightly uncomfortable place and going, what? Which one do you read?
Okay, this one here, I just want to read this out because I don't find it offensive. It says, "This hotel shower is the weakest ever. Felt like a 3-year-old was peeing on my head."
Yeah.
Like, literally?
People were so mad at him. So they basically called him a pedophile when this all came out because he had said stuff like this.
There is a consistent theme here of, like, children in sexual situations, but most of it is clearly, like, he's joking.
That's the thing. To me, that's the thing. When you write these things, everybody takes the tone out.
Yeah, like, I'm sure that I can go back in my own Twitter feed and find shit that's like, wow, what was I thinking when I wrote that?
Yeah. I mean, some of these I found funny still. And I was like, okay, so what? I can't get Rocket's new movie now because of this? You know?
Yeah.
And it's not like he was coming out and, like, doing stuff today still. Like, these were jokes at that time, because they're all centered in this one time period. Where, like, that was the material he was working on.
Yeah.
And then he grew past it and is in a totally different place and mindset in his life with the way that he's presenting his comedy now.
Right.
So, what, we have to never let a person make a questionable judgment as a human being that's imperfect.
Right.
And force them to be perfect 24/7 all the time. Otherwise, you can't make a living anymore.
Comedians especially. Comedy is in such a fragile place right now. Like,
yeah.
I think specifically in America, like, nothing feels funny because we're constantly living in this big joke of a nation, you know? So people are just finding, I don't know, it's easier to find ways to be annoyed than it is to just sit back and laugh sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, there is a lot of shitty stuff out there and stuff that is said in malice, and that's not good. But for somebody whose joke didn't land, like, if it was a joke that was meant in good fun, like, if somebody says the N-word in a joke, no, fuck that, no, you can't do that. But if it's just like, this hotel shower is weak as hell, like,
yeah,
that's not worth canceling, I don't think.
And then I think you also have to look at it like, that was 10 years ago. What was the climate like then?
Exactly. Yes. Like, what was funny then is not funny now. Like, you watch movies from the early 2000s and you're like, man, these movies are bad. But back then they were good movies.
Yeah. We were actually talking about Eurotrip the other day.
Yeah, that's probably a really problematic, bad movie now.
And I was like, yeah, I remember that being funny, but it's probably not as funny today.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
But, like, times change, and now we live in a time where we literally change daily.
Yeah.
Like, you can't even get a meme that lasts more than 24 hours now.
No.
Like, we are constantly moving on to the next thing. This is funny today. Ha, I laughed. But now I want the next one, you know?
Right.
And so that makes it worse for comedians, because they can't even really have time to pick a thing to make fun of, because now it's outdated because they thought of it and didn't say it yet, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's when you can get probably into some trouble. You have to react fast to stay relevant, and so you may not have had time to craft it the right way.
Yes.
And it came out not quite as polished as it could have.
Yeah.
You know? I wanted to bring to you one that I saw the other day. I didn't even know this had happened.
Okay.
I was just, like, combing through YouTube, looking around at stuff, and I found out that apparently Jenna Marbles is canceled.
Okay.
Like, Jenna Marbles.
She's like one of the first bastions of YouTube, like one of the most popular female YouTubers for certain.
I remember being in high school and watching that one, like how to do your makeup or something.
Yes.
And I watched it like every day. It was so funny. I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
She's got one song that's like, I have 3 looks. Have you heard that one?
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite.
So, I was watching this video. I kind of have this new YouTube that I really like to go to. It's called Review Tech USA.
Okay.
And I mean, he does like review technology things and movies and games and stuff, but he also just kind of voices opinions on things that are happening in like social media culture.
Yeah.
I just happened to watch this because I was like, what about Jenna Marbles? And so in this video, he shows her video of her apologizing for some YouTube videos she put up like 9 years ago.
Damn.
I think.
Okay.
And so she's crying throughout the whole video. To me, this is like the best way you can want someone to apologize for something they've said. She straight up said, this is a thing you said you didn't like, and I will show it to you. And she would not like hide what it was. She was like, here's the video. And she'd show it and go, that's what I did. I'm owning it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that made you uncomfortable, upset, offended, whatever you have felt for it.
Yeah.
And then this happened. And she pulls up the video, like picks up her computer and plays it there and says, then I did this. Like, she completely owns everything that people were getting mad at her for.
Mm-hmm.
And then sincerely apologizing for it.
And, I mean, that the stuff that she's apologizing for, in retrospect, yeah, it sucks. But, I mean, even she says in the video here, she has made those private for a long time because she was ashamed of it. It was bad content, and she recognizes now, like, after the fact, she's like, I shouldn't have done that. So she made it private. It was no longer available for viewing.
So then tell me what that means. Does that mean somebody has downloaded this video from a long time ago and it's just like, remember when that happened?
I guess, or like they say,
just like throwing it out of nowhere? Yeah.
I mean, the internet, you know, nothing ever dies out there. It's always there.
Oh yeah, as soon as it hits, it's in everybody's pocket.
Right.
But like, she's deciding to leave YouTube because, you know, the world's like crashing down on her for it.
That really sucks.
And that just seems like the excessive side of cancel culture.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going to be canceling people, we got to cancel the right people. You know, that's a lot of power to have. I don't know.
I think that's the problem. It's become everybody must be canceled no matter what you've done. If you've ever made a mistake, if you are a human being with flaws, you're not allowed to be something that we look at.
Yeah, and I think that's another big issue. So like, I see a lot of stuff, you know, there's young kids who go out and make a TikTok where like there was one recently. It was a girl who said the N-word in a TikTok, and she and her boyfriend were like making fun of black people, and it was bad. Yeah. And the whole internet, you know, came crashing down on them and was like, this is their high school, this is where they go, like call their principal and tell them to not get them into college and shit. And like, yes, it's horrible that she used the N-word, and that should never ever happen. She's got some bad ideas in her head, but this is a teaching moment. This is not time to like ruin a child's life. You don't dox a kid. Yeah. I think that
they
America
need to understand what was wrong.
Yeah, I think we're missing out
from that.
Precisely. We're missing out on a lot of big teaching moments by canceling people, you know? It should be a bigger conversation now. It's like America is going through therapy together. And we need to, you know, if there's bad shit in there, dig it up, get it out. But don't ignore it, and don't just say like, that was bad, you're over.
Like, basically that's what it is. It's just sweeping everything under the rug. You know what? We don't like what happened. Sweep it under. It's just gone, and we're not going to worry about it now. And
a lot of it feels performative, too. Like, if you defend Jenna Marbles in this case, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there should be more learning coming from this and less fast reaction.
I think it kind of coincides with what I'd said previously on like the Black Lives Matter and like the cop stuff, you know?
Uh-huh.
There's almost no middle ground.
Yeah.
It's one side or the other.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that we can learn from everything that's happening right now.
Absolutely.
You know? Like, we're definitely seeing that, cops are doing these bad things, and we need to learn and figure out how to end that, right? We can't just say, no more of that,
Absolutely.
That's just throwing it out with nothing in the place, to, like, take it up.
Yeah, like, how are we ever going to learn if we just keep burying these people?
Yeah, we have to hold that accountable and say, how can we make this better? Not say, you know what, we're done with it. Throw it away. Cancel culture is, I think what you said, very reactive.
Yeah.
It's a very fast, quick reaction. Ooh, I didn't like that. Done with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like things that I don't like because it can push me to think about something in a different way.
That's an interesting viewpoint.
Well, I mean, that's why I watch a lot of movies that like most people would find uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's still a real thing, and I have to know that. I mean, there are people that probably won't watch the news now because they just don't want to know about the Black Lives Matter. They don't want to know about what's happening.
Right.
They're burying that. But you have to be able to look at it. It's real life. It's happening. It's out there.
Yeah.
Like, I like to push myself to see something or experience something uncomfortable because it does exist. I have to know that that's out there affecting another person or another race of people. I have to know that exists.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't just throw it away because I mildly don't like it now.
Yes.
But then, you're saying, like, some of the stuff with, like, J.K. Rowling or the Minecraft guy, right?
Uh-huh.
It's like they're kind of, like, attacking people, though, and that's different.
That is different, yeah. I mean...
Because then it's consistent. They're constantly throwing out a barrage,
And they have such a platform, too. That's the thing. It's like children listen to J.K. Rowling because she, has such a big authorship or whatever of books. But, and people would listen to Notch, too, because, I mean, children especially love Minecraft. And who better than the guy who created the best game ever, right?
Exactly.
So if kids go up on Twitter and find... their brand new favorite word, the C word, Notch calling every single woman he meets one of those. That's just not good for society.
I mean, that's kind of how I feel. I don't know how we can talk about this for as long as we did and not bring up PewDiePie.
Oh, Jesus.
PewDiePie, to me, is one of the most influential YouTubers that there is.
He's like literally the top YouTuber, right? Like, he's got the most subscribers.
Everybody knows him. I know so many people that watch him, right?
And he's fucking horrible.
Yeah, I actually remember asking a coworker once before. I was like, what do your kids do? And he was like, well, sometimes they just get on the iPad and they go watch YouTube or whatever. And I was like, do you know what they watch? He's like, well, I kind of look, but most of the time it's like Let's Play stuff, like guys playing games.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are they watching PewDiePie? Because... he says these words, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think somewhere in the line, we just kind of let technology raise kids at the same time.
Yeah.
And we don't know what's out there. And some of these people get through, and those are people that have that influence, have that persuasion, and you should kind of monitor that and make sure it's good,
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, J.K. Rowling made... what is easily one of the most recognizable brands on the face of the planet.
Yeah, nobody doesn't know Harry Potter.
Exactly. So hopefully she would have a good message to spread about the world as well.
Yeah.
But it sounds like she doesn't. So that kind of warrants like, hey, maybe you should just stick to spitting out the good Harry Potter messages and not these.
Yeah.
But like, Jenna Marbles, do you think in her videos she was trying to put a negative influence out in the world?
No, I don't think so. I mean, Jenna Marbles does nothing but, like, radiate light and positivity for the most part.
I know.
Like, she has a lot of, slut-shamey stuff, but it's all in jest. And I thought, like, I don't know, as a woman watching those videos, I never felt slut-shamed.
I mean, I know that we are in a very offended culture.
Yeah.
Almost like the uncanny there's not much that makes me feel offended. Because your opinion is your opinion.
Yeah.
your opinion won't change what I think or feel. So if you say something that I don't like, well, good for you, you know?
Yeah, but we're grown adults, and we can make those formulated opinions, whereas...
Well, most of the people that get mad at these are grown adults.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, I worry for the children.
I mean, I kind of do, too. I listen to, like, some of the songs on the radio sometimes. Yeah. I don't really listen to the radio too much.
Me either.
And I'm like, if I were a kid, would I know what this song was really telling me? Because this is, like, a wild song.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like, maybe I won't let my kids listen to music when I'm older. I'm like, that sounds dumb. But, like, it is hard to know everything that is going to influence, like, a young mind, you know?
Yeah. We just got to make sure it's the good shit.
Yeah. Ren and Stimpy all day long.
Like love, death, and robots.
Ooh.
Speaking of this good show, we got an email from our best friend, Ismail.
Email.
All right.
Okay.
So Ismail says, "Hello, Yemtope. So I did as you asked. I waited for the episode to come out. I wanted to see which episode was the one you both disliked, and I can agree with y'all. Overall, I liked the whole show. So the context for this, I posted on Instagram that we were going to be reviewing Love, Death, and Robots, and that he posted a few of his favorites, and I was like, we both hated one of those."
Yeah.
And so, let me read on here. So he says, "Overall, I like the whole show. The ones I posted on Instagram are just my personal favorites. I personally rank the episodes mostly on the level of animation and not so much on the stories." Interesting take.
All right. Okay.
He says, "Even though I did like them all, I feel like a select few I would love to see as their own series. Also, the type of genre plays a part for me. I like action from There It Goes Down, sci-fi, thriller, comedy, romance, kids, etc. So I'll give you my top to the least I liked."
Okay, so before we read his list of ranked best to worst...
Yes.
That's interesting, because one of the ones I hated the most, I actually liked the art more than most of them.
The fish one?
No, I didn't like... No. Zima Blue.
Yeah.
I loved the art style for that one. I just hated the story.
It was a really cool art style. It reminded me a lot of the Powerpuff Girls, but, like, grown up.
Yeah, so that's an interesting way, because my list story-wise versus animation-wise would almost look entirely different then.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's really cool. Okay.
Okay, so I also really like the fact that he considered some of these like going into their own series. I would love to see a Sunny's Edge series.
I mean, that was my favorite one. So
yeah,
that
would be fucking
I would
cool.
Be all about that.
And I would also watch a When the Yogurt Took Over series.
Oh my god. Okay. I know you would.
Okay, so for those of you who know the episodes' names by heart, I don't know if you do or not, but here's Ismail's list. First, Beyond the Aquila Rift, followed by The Secret War, which is the one that you and I did not like.
But he said that it was based on animation, and we both praised how great it looked.
We did, yeah.
We said it looked phenomenal, just hated everything else about it.
Yep.
So, it's not saying that he likes that episode, he just likes the way it looks.
It's true. Okay.
So that's okay. That's okay.
So he goes on. Shapeshifters, 3 robots. Yes. I love 3 robots. Sunny's Edge, Lucky 13, Helping Hand, Good Hunting, Blind Spot Suits, The Witness, Ice Age, which, as we discussed on the show, is not animated.
That's true.
But
it is not, but
the stuff in the fridge is animated, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless they did find that really tiny mammoth.
Oh my god.
Okay, followed by Zima Blue, Fish Night, When the Yogurt Took Over, Sucker of Souls, The Dump, and Alternate Histories.
It says that he mostly ranked it on the level of animation.
Yes.
And I'm a little upset that Alternate Histories is like the worst of the worst for him.
That was
because I loved the way that one looked.
Oh my god, it was so good. I loved like the animated ones in this. You know, Alternate Histories and When the Yogurt Took Over. Those are my 2 like tops of the animation because they're so unique.
I do agree. Sucker of Souls and The Dump, those are almost on the bottom for me for just both categories. They were just okay.
Yeah, The Dump was a bit weird.
Yeah, I mean, there was a cute dog in it. That was the part I liked. That's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
So Ismail had a dream based on one of the episodes. So it's from his number 1 rated one, Beyond the Aquila Rift, which is that horrible, like, alien monster. So I'm kind of terrified of what his dream could be.
Oh, man, I'm ready.
Oh, my God. Okay, so he starts it. I didn't get, quote-unquote, lucky like the captain in that episode. Is that a good or a bad thing?
Well, I mean, technically, he got lucky just in his mind,
I guess.
So I'd say it's a bad thing.
Okay.
Because I don't think he was really touching the spider monster thing.
I fucking hope not. So he says, in my dream, I woke up and went to the bathroom, and the alien thing was standing in the hallway. That sounds like a nightmare.
Gross.
I scream and wake up, and it's morning. I go to the kitchen and see that my parents are both the same type of alien in the episode.
Oh, God!
They ask if I'm hungry, so I sit down, grab a piece of toast, as my quote-unquote mother caresses my face. I just stare with fear, trying not to squirm. And then I really wake up. That makes me so happy. Thank you for writing this.
Horrifying. That thing really freaked me out.
It really freaked me out, too. Like, full body chills.
Oh, my God. I could not imagine 2 of them just chilling in the living room. Are you hungry? It's like, not really. No, I'm gonna go.
So he ends the
It would have been
email.
worse.
What?
It would have been worse if he, like, went to the bathroom and looked in the mirror and he was also one.
No.
Oh, my God.
You're gonna have nightmares.
I probably am now. I just screwed up my whole evening.
Okay, so at the end of the email, he recommends a show that gives the same type of vibe. It's called the Kirlian Frequency. That's Kirlian. The series revolves around a radio that broadcasts only at night in a small town deep inside Buenos Aires province, where all kinds of macabre and supernatural events occur. That sounds like that podcast, Welcome to Night Vale.
Yeah.
Which I have not listened to, but I hear good things.
Yeah, it looks really good, though.
Yeah, I like the animation looking.
That art style is cool.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
It's only 5 shows, so that's not too much. Okay, I'll have to check this out. That looks awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much for the email, Ismail.
Yes, thank you. I will agree with his number 1, but I'm going to say because of both animation and story. That one was just kind of like the perfect storm.
Yeah, it was.
That one was really good. Are you ready to not be a spider monster?
Yes, please.
Hey guys, please tell your friends about us. Help us grow this audience. Please don't forget to subscribe to us on your favorite platform so you never miss an episode. We release weekly every Monday. And if you have a second, you like what we do here, please go to Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star review. That really helps us out in the ratings, gets us noticed, and helps us be able to create some bigger and better content for you in the future.
Hell yeah. You can also find us and friend us on any social media. We are at YMBTOAP on Twitter and Instagram. Be sure to like and follow our Facebook page and subscribe to our channels on YouTube and Twitch. We just had a Twitch stream last weekend that some of you joined, and we were so happy to see your shining faces.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a friend who's into horror or video games or both, or just somebody you want to introduce to the podcast, maybe you can show them that Twitch stream as it goes up on YouTube. It's up there now. Go check it out. While you're at it, you can also email us at yumtope@gmail.com. We want that listener mail. We just had a really good one. We've
had 2 good ones lately.
We have. Send us your thoughts on The Last of Us 2, please. Send me particularly your thoughts on The Last of Us 2, because I want to be able to read some opinions out when Robert is giving his review. So I would love to do some comparing and contrasting.
I can say that. So I told you that Ferdinand started it, and he said it was really clean.
Uh-huh.
He also texted me, like, maybe 2 days later, and he was like, I finished it. I don't know why, but when I read the way he said it, it was like, I finished it. Like, it just, like, beat him up. So, I know Ferdinand's completed it, so he can write in and tell you what he thought.
Okay, awesome.
Our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Faraj. Please check him out on YouTube, either before you check out our Twitch stream on YouTube or after you check out our Twitch on YouTube.
Or before and after, and then do it both again, like a big sandwich that never ends.
And as always, thanks for listening, and tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question. Am I a creepy spider monster?
But we had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
I'm a professional at confessing my confessions.
We have said professional too much.
It does not sound like a word anymore.
Have you, how many times have you done that? Where you've just said a word and it's just ruined?
I like to do that. Just take a word and run it right into the ground.
Just to fuck up your brain?
Yeah.